today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports. Carson Wentz and the Los Angeles Rams taking on Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Chicago Bears and the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. They come into this one fresh off a victory that finally snapped a 6-game losing streak.
And there's nothing like that win that makes everyone happier in the locker room, better on the practice field, and they usually play a whole lot better that next game out as well.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their 6'5" quarterback out of North Dakota State. It's Carson Wentz.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 94 yards, and a score.
And while he may not verbalize it, in his mind, going up against this defense, one of the worst rush defenses in the league, he's thinking 200+ in this game.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Working from the gun, Wentz. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now a play fake. Wentz. It's caught. Smith. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
They'll run on first down with Akers. They find some open field here. Touchdown, LA! Cam Akers, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And some room to work. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good. Backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable game.
The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. He hit pay dirt so many times we almost lost track. Every time we turned around, he was in the end zone.
And those weren't all just one-yard plunges either, partner. I mean, he ripped off a few long jaunts as well.
2nd and 6. Here's Fields. Steps away to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Fields on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And this will be caught by Mooney. Touchdown! Darnell Mooney. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point forthcoming. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive, 4 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Cam Akers and the Rams offense ready to go back to work. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign. Steady as he goes. Steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized for the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team. And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Wentz. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And they'll get it out just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll run on 1st down. Akers. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. This defense for the Bears, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago. No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one. Wentz now on 1st down. They'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
On first down, Wentz. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down. A nice, consistent game.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. 2nd and goal from the 1. Throwing his Wentz. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
But last week was commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tutu Atwell. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, they had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Taking it about the 1. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Off play action, Fields. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here comes the Bears punter now. Back deep, Marquez Callaway. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. On 1st down, Akers. And they run past midfield just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
75 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
They'll run this with Akers.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 1st down gains. On play action, it's Wentz.
Now into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears will take over here just shy of the 30.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll roll him out right. Room to run past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Handoff comes to Montgomery. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Now Fields.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball, and if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
Fields going to get this one out on the perimeter.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Aaron Donald able to record his 5th sack of the season. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Rams go nickel here defensively on third. Fields now to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They snap it to Fields. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Rams are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Quite a decision there on 4th down. They didn't just want the first. They wanted 6 points, and following the interception. They're going to come away with neither.
And that's too bad, partner, because they really went for it on that one, right? Because I think in their mind, sometimes the illogical play is a logical play. But in this case, they were wrong.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Wentz now to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Wentz going to throw. Open man is Atwell, complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Second and 8 coming up. Now Wentz. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best 1st half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
A
nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. So we have reached halftime. Well, I know we hold off on the halftime update after all. Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And he's got some space here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play there out of the running game.
I can't help but laugh. And the only reason is anytime the backup breaks a big one like that, he's going to be hard to deal with in film, wanting to know why he's not getting started.
That's what he's thinking. Great carry there.
2nd and 11 now. Fields.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
A shotgun snap, Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Play action. It's Fields.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective, because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
The 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. A first down and then some for Montgomery as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 81 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. And quickly, they get to the line. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They're back now to the original line of scrimmage thanks to that 8-yard gain. 3rd down now to follow. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And that'll set him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Back to throw. Fields. Under pressure, and down he goes. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now, before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. Higbee secures it over the middle. Now the ball comes loose. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the third quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll fake the handoff, now Fields. He's got his man on the crossing route. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown, Bears! Cole Kmet, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Now the try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago.
McCann's got it teed up. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
And the Rams now coming out on the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Montgomery. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
To throw is Fields.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's Fields.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Bears are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown.
McCann's got it teed up. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. L.A. set to take over again on offense.
And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly
you
right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wentz. yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance.
Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked up by Jalen Johnson.
And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Now a first down throw, Fields.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Rams are right back in this football game.
Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like...
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Ed Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down.
And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
The reception good for 7. It's third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
We'll dump this off to Akers.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continue to get after this quarterback.
And he's going to go down again.
Bilal Nichols,
he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you've got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. On third and long, it's Wentz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 23. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And they're going to speed things up here. Incomplete here.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Throwing on third down, Fields.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
On fourth down, Fields.
Buying time to his left. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
Now, there was a time when I would have been upset at teams throwing the ball with a big lead late, but I've evolved a little bit. I've come around. Ultimately, they're looking for first downs, and if they think the air is the best place to do it, then so be it. In addition, you probably got a quarterback gets a nice bonus if he keeps completing passes. So they want to keep throwing the football? Fine by me.
Back to Montgomery on second down.
A great move by Montgomery. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
108 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
On first down, it's Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On 2nd and 7, Fields forced out to his left. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Now it's Fields. Complete to Mooney on the slant.
Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll keep it on the ground. Montgomery. A great move by Montgomery. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll run with Montgomery. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears.
Chuba Hubbard.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Bears have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
A try here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that one a 13-play drive in total.
And it was Chuba Hubbard who finished it off with a touchdown run. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Carson Wentz, along with his offense, heading back out there for their next possession. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing him all sorts of trouble.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Now Wentz again.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now Wentz, got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll run on first down. It's Montgomery. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And now they're in the hurry up. Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Bears, they get a much-needed victory to get to 3-5 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
you.